Palm Beach, Florida. This is part of my travel destination series. Thanks for joining today. This is Graciously Gloria. I'm going to give you tips on activities, food, places to stay. So let's jump on in. First, let me give you the lay of the land. So there's Palm Beach Shores, which is a barrier island, and that has different resorts on it, like the Marriott. And then you go off that island and into the mainland, then you can make your way towards West Palm Beach, which is a vibrant area, has lots of different food options there. And then from there, you go over a bridge, and that takes you to Palm Beach itself. And that's a wealthy area, has lots of different dining, shopping. So 3 different areas in that main bit of Palm Beach. So you have Palm Beach Shores, West Palm Beach, and Palm Beach, just to get the lay of the land. And when you go from Palm Beach Shores, let's say, to Palm Beach itself, it does take you about 20 minutes to get there. So keep that in mind as you're planning your different activities and food, because when I first went there, I wasn't quite sure how far apart things were, and now I realize that and just wanted to make sure you guys got that tip too. So jumping into activity, Flagler Museum. This is a lovely mansion and grounds. It was built during the Gilded Age in 1902. And keep in mind that it's closed Mondays. There is free parking, and you're going to love it. I'm going to pop in some different photos of our visit there. And I just love the Gilded Age mansions. I've been to Newport, Rhode Island too. I'll do a whole different video on that. But I think you will enjoy. It would take maybe a couple hours to walk around the inside and the outside there. And I'd make sure to plan that into your day. The Bougainvillea Wall. This is popular on Instagram. People try to get a shot of this, and that is by a restaurant called Renato's, and Pizza Al Fresco is another restaurant that it's nearby. So you will find that in the main area of Palm Beach. I think it'd be great to walk around Worth Avenue. That's going to have different upscale shopping. You're going to find the flagship store of Lilly Pulitzer. Popped in there. I'll put in some photos. I like Lilly Pulitzer. And so that was really fun to see. We went at Christmas time, so we had lovely decorations. I would say the architecture there is a Mediterranean style. So it's lovely and picturesque. Other things to do are the Lake Trail. That area would be great to walk or bike around. We also made it to the Mounts Botanical Garden. I'm going to pop in several pictures of that. I love a garden. If you've seen any of my other travel videos, I like to find something that is just lovely and peaceful to see a garden, and flowers are so beautiful. This one had a lot of things that are tropical flowers because you're in Florida, and it's in the West Palm Beach area. So we stayed in the Palm Beach Shores area. And so that was right there at the beach. So that's one of the Marriott locations, the Marriott Ocean Point. And that has a pool. I would say most all the resorts there in Florida have a pool. So bring that swimsuit along, and it's going to be warm even there in December if you tend to go at that time. And some other things that you can do. There's a Blowing Rock Preserve nearby in that area, and kayaking. We didn't make it there, but I found a place called Get Up and Go Kayak that does clear kayaks, which I thought would have been really cool because then you can see the fish from your kayak because of it being clear. So that sounds really neat. Maybe that's something to check out. The Jupiter Lighthouse is also near that area, so that would be fun. Later on, I'll mention a restaurant that has a view of the lighthouse. And Juno Beach Park was a lovely beach area that we walked around. And the great sunset location is Du Bois Park. Now let's talk about some nearby day trip options. So we went to Delray Beach. That wasn't that far to get to, and there's plenty of things to do in Delray Beach. So to eat, we ate at Deck 84, and that's on the Intercoastal, so you have a great view there. They have things, think about like crab cakes, coconut shrimp, fish tacos, and I'll pop a picture in of that. And another one that I looked into, we didn't make it to, was Elisabetta's, and that has homemade pasta. So that sounded like a delicious option as well. We walked around that area. I'll put in some pictures there of that. And some other things to do in Delray Beach: proper ice cream, Atlantic Avenue for shopping, and there's Pineapple Grove that has a lot of art galleries. And to venture out a little further, you can go to Mitzner Park in Boca Raton. and that had a lovely shopping area. I'll pop a picture in of that. We made it to there because we actually flew into Fort Lauderdale, and so we stopped by there on our way in to getting to the Palm Beach area. As far as flying, there are several different options. You could choose Fort Lauderdale, Miami, or Palm Beach also has an airport as well. So we kind of priced it out and determined, which location we would go to, and we rented a car. So we had that for our whole trip, which was really convenient to do. As far as renting a car, I really like Turo. That is renting through private owners, and I like that because you can pick the exact car and you can read tons of reviews on how that person performed as far as was the car clean, was it in great working order, did they drop it off in a timely manner, things like that. So I've had a lot of great success in that, as well as using the main, like an Avis, a Budget, a Hertz, that kind of thing. But I like Turo, and that might be something for you to check out. Another thing nearby is McKee Botanical Garden. So this one is about an hour and a half away, so not super close, but again, looking at a garden, I thought it was well worth our time there. And that's in Vero Beach. We also have friends in Florida, so they live closer to that area. So we went down and met them for lunch, and then afterwards went to the Botanical Garden. Moving on to where to stay. So we, like I mentioned, stayed in Palm Beach Shores, which has a lot of different resorts there, right there at the beach. If you're looking at Palm Beach proper, then they have some really iconic resorts like the Colony and the Breakers. Those might be two to look into. Depending on your budget, they have a lot of different other options as well. TripAdvisor is a great resource to look at reviews. Let's talk about food. So we had delicious breakfast at Aioli. So think about the things there like quiche and avocado toast. They also have lunch there like sandwiches and salads as well, and yummy baked goods. So I would say that place would be great for breakfast or lunch. We explored the area for lots of different lunch options. We made sure to make it by the Colony Hotel. It's very elegant and has charm there, painted in pink on the outside. And then in the inside, it has beautiful hand painted wallpaper of the flora and fauna of Florida. And so that's just a great place to get some pictures while you're there. And for the Lilly Pulitzer fans, they have also some wallpaper that's like a tropical theme wallpaper in the hallways. And while you're there, you can grab some lunch. We went to the Pink Paradise Cafe, which also has a grab and go option as well. We went to another place called Avocados. Now, again, that really wasn't our favorite. I'm not sure if, again, it was an off day, but they also had a creme brulee that was kind of had a spiciness to it, which I've never had before in a creme brulee. So maybe it was just different choices that I picked too didn't turn out to be the best, but we did look into that place and ate there. A casual place to go to is Dune Dog Cafe. Dune Dog, known for hot dogs, all kinds of different hot dogs. They have things like also burgers, fish sandwiches. It's a casual atmosphere, so that would be like just going right off the beach. Great place to grab some lunch then. Moving on to some dinner ideas. Watch any of my other videos, you'll know I like to make a reservation. You can check out some of my other videos. I've done ones on Boston, Chicago, Hilton Head, Nashville. I'm gonna do some more others. Keep them. If you subscribe, you can see my others, and you can press the ding to get notified. And I will be posting some other ones on Rhode Island and New Orleans, Aruba, just to name a few upcoming ones. So dinner options here in Palm Beach. I really like the Restoration Hardware aesthetic, and we went to the one in Chicago, and I found they had one here in Florida. And what's neat about this is it has a rooftop restaurant. So you can go perusing around the gallery at Restoration Hardware and make a reservation then for the restaurant. It's lovely with different chandeliers. You can enjoy things like shrimp cocktail and a fun Bellini. Now, one thing that we learned is we missed the main entrance and didn't see that they had a valet parking. So want to let you know, valet parking, that's going to make it so much easier for you. The iconic place, the Breakers. Oh, at Christmas time, it was so lovely, the decorations. I'll pop in some photos here. And we decided we didn't have as much time on our schedule that we were there to make it there for dinner, but we decided to go by and enjoy a cocktail, and that was called HFM. It was the name of the place, and it had lovely cocktails and nice ambiance there. And they have several different food options there if you like to make a reservation for that, including a place called the Seafood Bar. It's very glamorous there and lovely. So fun to see. I think our favorite dinner was Renato's. We love Italian food. I'm going to do a different video on our trip to Italy. My husband's part Italian, so we're always seeking out some good Italian food and love to make that at home with our homemade pasta. But Renato's was really upscale, lovely, had a really delicious dinner there. I'll pop in a photo of what it looks like there. They had an outside and inside dining options for you. Utiki in Jupiter. So this is a casual restaurant, but we did make a reservation there. It has a view of that Jupiter lighthouse, so I'll show you what that looks like there. And think of things like a fish, burgers, different options like that. It is open for lunch and dinner. Guana bananas. I think that's just, anyways, a fun name. Okay, it's fun even to say guana banana. And that one was also in Jupiter, open for lunch and dinner, and it kind of has that tropical vibe. So that was a fun casual dinner as well. Some other places that we didn't get to but saw that they were recommended were Buchan, and that has things like burrata, short ribs, pasta, and chicken, for example. The Galley, we didn't make it there, but that was in West Palm Beach, and Lola 41. So those might be some other things to look at. Another fun snack is a modern rose. We went to the location in Deerfield Beach. That was on our way back to Fort Lauderdale. And the reason I wanted to stop by there, I had read about it, that it had really cool teas and interesting, beautiful kind of pastry. So I'll pop a photo of what that looked like. And I'd say if you're going to be in that area, it's well worth a visit. Forgot to mention our evening cruise. I love to go on a sunset cruise, and this one was lovely. It was in that intercoastal waterway and saw the different lovely homes of Jupiter. So I would recommend that, and I will put in the description box the company we used for that. Thanks for joining. I hope you got some great tips on traveling to the Palm Beach area. Please consider subscribing for more great tips. I give different travel videos as well as different lifestyle tips for women in midlife. This is Graciously Gloria. Thanks for joining again today, and happy travels to you.